You're lucky you're still allowed here, Cunt. Shut up or get banned.
Guys, this is epic. I'm so edgy. Lotus is gonna ban me over my grade school level jokes.
Bye, bitch. I may need to take legal action.
The lights and green screen may be a little bit different every here and there. It's just because all the clips were taken with long spaces apart and I'm too lazy to reshoot all of it. You may or may not know what Lotus is. It is a YouTube channel with a variety of skits centering around the main character Lotus, with a small plot connecting all of them, where there's this strain of disease called the sheep virus. Lotus lives in a world of people infected by this virus, where she hopes to one day find a cure for this virus. I did not need to say virus that much. But also, it is a spin-off to Filthy Frank, kinda like my channel. Her channel has gained a lot of traction. She even grabbed the attention of Anything for Views.
My lady! My lady! My lady!
Nerd City, and even I Got Arrested LOL Girl. However, Lotus is also quite a controversial figure, and that is what I want to talk about today, the truth. Unlike present videos criticizing her, I knew her since the beginning of her channel. So only I and a couple others can tell just how scummy she was. So what we'll be doing is going through all the major events Lotus has gone through, and also see their reactions on their now private Discord. So come with me on this journey through the unknown.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Start clear!
But I have to point out one more thing. Most of the things you'll see Lotus say were not said by Lotus, but the creator of Lotus. However, the creator for Lotus has abused the difference between her and her character as an excuse for certain things she said. Not only inside of her videos, which would make sense, but outside of them, online. So from this point, I'm going to refer to the creator of Lotus by her real name, Gina. Now, this is public knowledge. Believe it or not, I'm not intending to dox anyone. Bully? A little. She had a channel of her own called Gina and Prince, which is now renamed Sakura Vlogs. However, there is still a video from a vlogger that they knew that features their old channel that you can watch as of now. It just goes to tell you, once you make something public on the internet, it stays public. On this channel, they apparently made a lot of nice food reviews. Of course it was food reviews. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like she's going to use it anytime soon. She even made a second channel without repurposing her old one. However, out of curiosity, I asked her about it, and she did say this. However, I may be uploading to this channel again sometime. That's some hope. Bring back Sakura Vlogs! Yeah! Yeah! Bring back Sakura Vlogs! Oh yeah! Oh boy! Oh yeah! Yeah! Haha! Oh yeah! Okay, where shall we start? There were a multitude of things that happened. However, I want to start with TV Filthy Frank 2. Around April of last year, TV Filthy Frank 2 had reached a milestone of 100,000 subscribers. This was also when a new wave of Filthy Frank clones started. There are a lot of notable ones. I've talked to a lot of them.
I needed to strap the fuck up.
Spoon.
Yeah.
And while you could make the argument that they're just copying someone's old story, you have to agree that they're just doing this because they find it fun. And they're just doing this because they enjoy it. So I have no problem with these Filthy Frank clones. However, Lotus, on the other hand, she couldn't stand them.
Are you making content?
Lotus made a video not only criticizing TV Filthy Frank 2, but outright trying to shut him down. Like, this was on the level of cancel culture. Right off the bat, it was getting negative reception. Her points for why he was bad were bad, and her jokes fell flat.
I want to be just like him. I am him. I can feel his fucking blood.
Haha, guys, loud equals funny. Loud equals funny, guys. That's right, loud equals funny. All of that is already public knowledge, but what you don't know is this. When she made the video, she was expecting TV Filthy Frank 2 to make a response to it, which would have brought in that sweet, sweet clout. You know what I'm saying? Those V-Bucks, oh yeah. However, somebody sent a bunch of screenshots of her wetting her pants over the idea of him doing so. I wonder who that could have been. So TV Filthy Frank 2 agreed with the person and decided not to make any response whatsoever about her. Actually, it went so far that he went ahead and made a meme about it, where if he ever saw a reference or something about Lotus, he'd be like, what? Who's that? I've never seen that before. It's a great meme. I'm glad that meme happened. But that wasn't the end for Lotus, because someone else was gonna enter the ring. Meet Willie Mack.
I'm 5-0, bitches! Undefeated!
He is a commentary YouTuber that makes commentary videos. It's fair to say that he stripped her argument down to the bone. She did get some of those sweet V-Bucks though, but considering the outcome, I'm willing to say it wasn't worth it.
No, you're joking!
He even went as far as to relate her to Tana Mongeau, which I wholeheartedly disagree with, because at least Tana Mongeau is 5 feet tall. After that, the dam broke and the flood rushed in.
The only people are gonna find this funny is the fact that this video is created.
Such a fucking hip boy, lay down some roast here. That bitch is annoying.
It was beautiful. And I got a front row seat. I should probably tell you my history with her. Well, I made a lot of memes. A lot of people made a lot of memes about me. The memes. So many memes of me just spammed constantly. Some of them were good. Others, not so good. Apparently some people thought of that as the golden age of their server and asked why I was gone. Like, are you kidding me? I've been talking about memes way too much unironically. But for the time being, it was good. Of course, everything has its limits. The breaking point was when I recommended that she should get sleep because it was 3 a.m. where she was. The audacity. Of course, banning someone because they mentioned your bad sleep cycle isn't a very good look. So Gina tries to explain it off by bringing up this whole different conversation that wasn't even related to the topic. Basically, me and a bunch of other YouTubers, including Gina, were all just talking about the Filthy Frank show. And by that I mean Filthy Frank, if you don't already know, there's a whole book and lore behind his entire show. My guess is that her introvert anxiety triggered and she just didn't want to talk to anyone anymore. But she didn't point that out, so no one knew what was going on her end. So I asked her about it on Instagram, and she blocks me. So I confront her on Discord, and then she unblocks me. And then fast forward a couple weeks, and then this happens, and she blocks me again, and tries to explain the previous time as the reason she's doing it now, which makes no sense. I was pretty confused by it. You're probably pretty confused by it. But in the end, she was just doing this because I told her that it was bad to not sleep. Oh, you got to go to bed or you won't get taller, you little elf. You going to be stupid elf all life? Okay. Make sure to bring the pedal extenders when you go to get a driver's license. For this video, I'm going to have a little theme to it. The stages of cancer, as each level gets progressively worse than the last. Now, I don't want to go too far in depth on her TV Filthy Frank 2 video. After all, Willie Mack destroyed her on that. But there's something really interesting in it, where she points out that she's been taking constructive criticism. She's been taking constructive criticism to heart.
These past few months, I've gotten superb constructive criticism I've been taking to heart.
But the reality is, the second Willie Mack uploaded that video, she jumped on it, trying to point out every single thing he was wrong on. And it didn't work. She just made a tomfoolery out of herself even further. And when she realized she had no solid ground to speak from, she labeled it as a hate video. Really? Of course, anything that you disagree with is automatically a hate video. Looks like I'm making a hate video right now.
Calling them hate
videos
sure is a stretch of the imagination.
How about you just accept that you messed up and move on? She said this right after Willie Mack made that video.
He's super manipulative. The guy he interviewed in his video about the opposing opinion...
That's what I don't get. He's only done 2.
He interviewed him for like 10 minutes.
Is she just going rapid fire with this? Like, these aren't even coherent sentences. Yeah, I reviewed a whole interview on my 5-hour energy video. You wanna know what happened? It sucked because it dragged out way too long. You don't show the entire interview, Jesus.
He blocked me so I couldn't message him.
No, actually, that's not true. Willie Mack told me himself. It was just a problem with being followed and stuff. I don't really understand what the whole deal is here. It was just a mistake. She's really clinging on to straws here.
And if he ever plans on lying about it, I'll show evidence and expose him for lying.
Why don't you do that already? If he's lying and he's gave you 16,000 dislikes, why don't you just make a response to showing how he's lying? Because he didn't lie. Because you're lying.
Oh, well, at the time he already had been talking about a collaboration. He approached me.
Okay, so Willie Mack actually asked Lotus to collaborate. And when she said no and he uploaded the video anyway, she used that as leverage to make her seem like she was in the right. So here's the problem now. I can't interview her and ask her for her side of the story with all this stuff. Because if I do, she's just gonna say no and then use it against me.
That was so retarded of him to consider. He said, that's the joke, you're missing the joke.
Lotus, that's the fucking joke. Lotus, you're explaining the fucking joke.
He literally missed my entire joke.
What was the joke? What was it? Come on, please tell me. Please, I'm begging. I really want to know what this joke is. Here, let's play it.
He unsurprisingly made a video called Loser Reads Hate Comments 6. This 6, of course, implying that he made 1 through 5. As if that wasn't a headache enough.
I'm guessing it was funny to someone.
I don't have malicious intent, but he sure as shit seemed to.
You didn't have malicious intent.
Really? It's not worth it, Lotus. Leave the effer alone. He doesn't deserve your attention. It's all worth it when you're retarded. All press is good press. I'm really egging him on, trying to make him annoyed.
Yeah, it didn't work, did it?
He also said I need facts to support my opinion, but he had no facts either.
That's literally what he did to make the video. He literally said,
I'll do the research for your fucking video. Don't worry, I got it.
And pulled out what he thought you were talking about.
I think she's talking about this.
He will never replace Franku. I don't know what you're talking about, okay?
That is literal evidence. Literally. Oh, this is the best part, okay? This is like 10 minutes later. I'm not joking. I'm flattered that Willie Mack made a video about me because he's the same guy who attacked PewDiePie, H3H3, and a shit ton of other damn YouTubers. I'm categorized with the greats. Him making a video about me tells me that I'm doing something right. No, that just means that you got his attention because all your spammed him.
He doesn't deserve respect over all the people who actually gave good criticism. I'd rather listen to someone who took their time to study me over some cuck bucket who is challenged by a schoolgirl.
Aha! That is why I waited practically a year to make this video. I hope you're happy. Actually, quite recently, Gina has made a comment underneath the TV Filthy Frank video, pointing out how she completely disavows it. This video is trash. I was condescending and cringe. I do not believe she has changed. If someone changes to the point where they disagree with themselves on a video, they would have deleted the video. She does point out here, I will keep this video up because I don't want to erase my failures. However, that is not why you would be deleting the video. You would be deleting the video because you disavow it. Trust me, no one's going to forget about this. But then why wouldn't she delete it? I'll tell you why. Views. Attention. It is the most viewed video on her channel. It would be difficult for anyone to delete their most popular video.
I know everything Joji does.
She has a really weird obsession with Joji.
Joji may have given up his persona as Filthy Frank, but I sure as shit know he wouldn't be happy some fucking uncreative neckbeard is copying his every move.
You don't know that. You are literally speaking for someone else right now. You don't know him. Don't act like you know him.
It's fine to like a singer, but she always goes on about...
I'd be the first to know. I'm on his My boy can't blink without me fangirling.
But that's not really the problem. The problem is this.
Rant, Joji fan pages. Not all of them. Most of the bigger ones with 10k follow me.
Oh, they're only cool when they have a large following and are following you. What a correlation.
But the little ones, run by little girls with no conflict in their privileged lives, they're obsessed with me. They constantly say petty shit, follow my every move. It's so odd. Don't you do that with Joji?
I didn't send that because I would have gotten banned prematurely.
Kid Frank messaged my fan page asking for collab.
For collab?
Neckbeard Frank asked in my DMs, and I said I'd rather make fun of him. And you all know how I rejected Orange Boy.
What did you reject me on? I never asked you for anything. No, seriously, what did I ask you about? I didn't ask you for anything. I did say that I give you advice for how not to screw up, but you've already done that, so I'm not asking for anything else anymore, boy. Oh, I made a fan art with me with a gun and it was very terrifying.
School shooter.
Ah, yes, I am a school shooter. So stupid. But in actuality, all I did was copy what everyone else in her fan base was doing. When these soy boys upload images of themselves with actual guns, AKs, and pistols, I think that's a little bit more disturbing. But not only that, but also the drawings there are pretty messed up too. Take this one for example. I'm pretty sure that this is a bit more disturbing than this.
He was blasting a crowd of people with a machine gun because they're sheep.
Oh my god.
Orange meant it.
When did I say I meant it? Did your friend Della mean it when she drew a picture of you bloody with a knife?
He was genuinely a scary dude.
I'm very scary.
Hashtag kill Orange Man. Orange guy deserves to burn.
Of course, this might not be a problem if it was a single isolated case. However, they have done this multiple times to many people. Now, I actually want to be on that for a second because there is actually a reason for this. It's because they were thinking of iDubbbz and Keemstar telling him to...
I think this will be the first time I actually say it unironically and mean it. Kill yourself.
Right? That's not how you talk to your fans. That's how you talk to people that you're criticizing. Okay? I could tell you, but seeing that it does nothing to help your career, and also it's just being wrong, I'm not going to do it.
I can breathe. I can breathe.
Her entire fan base is just a massive coalition of e-girls, simps, orbiters, just a bunch of emotional wrecks.
I invest all my time and energy over a woman that I will literally never meet. Who needs rent when you have shoutouts? I'm a simp!
Lotus's edgy tweets, fake Frank's gay white fan base.
Look, I'm sorry we all happen to be white. I've been trying to be more diverse. Look, I had Japanese soda yesterday. Am I cool now? No? Damn it! And they call themselves anti-PC. You're just like them. So I decided to run an experiment. And not an experiment like Gina did, where she would just post an image of TV Filthy Frank 2, even tag him with a hashtag, just not directly with an @ and got his response and just, oh, he's following me. Oh, what I did is a controlled experiment. I posted 2 memes on 2 different subreddits. One was an anti-Lotus meme on Lotus's subreddit, and the other one was an anti-Filthy Frank 2 meme on Filthy Frank 2 subreddit. Guess what happened?
I support you. Oh, you think this is a joke? You're basically asking for a ban there, bucko.
Bucko.
Lotus Yoshida video tier list. Satire. Disclaimer, this is satire. It's sad I need to say this, but sufferers of the sheep virus will get angry and think I'm being real and honest. If you can figure out the true meaning of the video, good on you.
Oh, we all get the meaning. It's just that it's garbage. So why these other people? Why me? Why Real Papa Franco? I'll tell you why. It's because we disagree with them. They are the immune, meaning that they are all the sanity left in the world that has been ridden of a sheep virus, and anyone else that disagrees with them is a sheep. Hey, I think you got something messed up here. It looks like things are a little bit switched. I'm just saying. But also, Gina feels threatened by other YouTubers doing similar content to her. That is why she targeted TV Filthy Frank 2. That is why she targeted Real Papa Franku. That is why she targeted me. You can see right here that she was trying to convince me that the lore was dead. The lore is dead, stupid orang man. But any other time, she's always gonna say how much she cares about the lore. This is the definition of a two-faced snake. It's a terrible mindset to feel threatened by people that know more than you about something, especially if they're willing to offer advice. I highly recommend you change your mentality.
She constantly boasts about how she goes to bed in between 3 to 6 a.m., which is terrible, and then wakes up around 8 to 10.
No wonder you're so short. I get 10 hours of sleep minimum, and I'm so tall, I almost get cut off by my green screen. But the second someone else mentions it, stop! You violated the law. You can't make jokes about yourself, not tell your fans that they shouldn't make those jokes, and then get mad when they make those jokes. Because guess what? You have an impression on your fans, and they copy you sometimes. Of course, if you don't want to talk about something anymore, that's completely fine. Tell them, and the people that continue are the problem. But if you want someone to stop doing something, you tell them. You don't keep on going on with lol, okay. That doesn't say no. Take advice from TV Filthy Frank 2 himself. He posted a public announcement telling all of his followers to not spam him or he'll just block them. You cannot be any more clear-cut than that. But of course, everything's a maze. You gotta maneuver and do special little tricks.
You're not supposed to at me or spam me.
I actually was added and spammed. By you, in fact. I have no problem with it. But the second I do it, and you have a problem with it, guess what? You're a hypocrite.
I'm an introvert, but that doesn't mean I'm shy.
Half the time she was crying about how no one cares about her, and the other half she was saying how people very close to me have died and I sometimes feel hardly anything. Wow, okay.
My mom was disgusted once that I didn't cry. When something happened, I can't say, but I showed no empathy, and I probably should have at least pretended.
That's nice. So someone literally died and you couldn't give less of a shit. That's something you gotta work out, okay? But the biggest thing here is, why would you publicly post that? Why would you tell all your followers that that's how you reacted to a horrible tragedy?
If you have a vulnerability, I'd exploit it for my entertainment.
You go.
The less I care, the more shit I do.
She really says the S word a lot.
If you did me dirty, I post that shit on my Instagram with your contact info and make up shit about you.
That's great, Gina. That is great to know that you will do that.
This kid F's dogs, bruh. It's not the Lotus you should be scared of. It's me out of character. It's me, Gina.
I'm very scary.
If someone disrespected me, oh boy. I just wait for that moment. Raise hell. I wish that lady hit me with her car.
Okay, so, yeah, there's this thing where there's this lady who's just trying to drive and mind her own business. Gina just walks over, and she's just taking a little bit too long, so the lady honks. And of course, that's the only way you can tell someone to move quicker. You can't press a button and then a little R2-D2 sound comes out. No, you can only use the horn. But Gina here gets offended and then tells her friend to take out a phone and record her.
So I stood in front of her car and had Kyoto record me getting honked at. You're so crazy and quirky.
I really hope that's ironic.
Hey, honk at me. Honk. Honk. I need clout. I need... Honk. I need clout. Damn it. Damn it, this is such an unepic letdown, dude.
They also got paranoid for some reason that I was there. Like, they started just...
Oh, okay, so... Yeah, someone copy-pasted my meme apology, and they all took it literally, like it was me.
The fuck you doing here, nigga? Identify yourself. Who the fuck are you?
She also got some of her minions to do recon on me and some other people. Orange Boy not collabing with TV Filthy Frank 2. Confirmed by me. I DM'd him. Damn it. I didn't have a clue. You care so much about being the next Frank. Just make the stuff you want to make and stop harassing everyone else that also makes stuff they want to make.
I'd be making something like this, but based on recent events and the hate that I've been getting, I think it's required. 80% of the people who hate Lotus also have anime profile pics, which means that they if you've been following someone for years and years and years, and then randomly someone else comes along to try and continue the legacy, and it doesn't live up to what you expected, you would be mad too. You know, you would 100%. And seriously, calling her ugly, like, she's not ugly, she's not ugly. That dead bird sandwich was a lot to take in, and it's very impressive to me.
Oh, it makes sense that Belle Delphine would like you. You both prey on simps.
Fresh meat.
Orange Boy is still here. I have some annoying shit that doesn't line up.
Annoying shit? You mean the fact that I exposed to your friend that you were revealing their DMs without their knowledge? Yeah, okay. It really sucks that you were caught doing that. Gina made a Reddit comment saying that the Discord is private because of amount of incriminating stuff that they have on it. She could be referencing to, for instance, admitting to stealing, shoplifting, and even truancy. However, that is not what they are talking about. They are talking about stuff that is far, far worse.
I do not want anyone to cut themselves for me, just so I don't get in legal trouble.
Yeah, this is actually pretty messed up. Her fans actually cut themselves, for whatever reason. I really hope that they get the help they need. Another pretty disturbing thing was what one of the admins on Lotus's Discord sent me. His name is Dylan. Keep in mind he's 15 years old. He was sending my alt at one point, just a bunch of random photos and videos. It didn't really matter. It was all cool up until he sent this. Now, I don't want to make any assumptions, but this is disgusting. I just told him right then and there that that was really messed up and I was going to show her what he's been doing. To which he banned me from the Discord, thinking that that would stop me. Of course, I just used an alt to tell her on Instagram. Guess what happened? Gina blocked the alt. That means that Gina was completely fine with this. I don't want to assume too much, but she could very well be in video calls doing this stuff with minors.
Please, ma'am. Ma'am, please. Please.
Miss, will you please let me private mission?
Please.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Man, please. I send you a Snapchat. Please check it out, man. Please. Please, ma'am. Please. Ma'am. Ma'am, please. Yo, what the fuck? simping, and I ain't ever gonna stop until every e-girl has been white knighted. Yeah, can I have a hentai girlfriend and a large soda? Hey, Gina, are you in there? I called her on Skype and she said that she works here. I paid her $20 this month. Gina, this is such an unepic letdown.
Bitch, what the fuck was
This is so unfunny. Can we get some cricket noises in here? Can we get some cricket noises? Yeah. It's a miracle that I can do this while sober.
Now, an argument could be made that Stage 3 is far worse than Stage 4. However, if you compound everything that she has done, and on top of all of it, she pulls a victim card, that just makes it that much worse. It's as simple as that. Every single time she gets hate, she plays the victim. It's a cliche.
I'm glad I didn't accept your interview. I can feel emotion, but it's usually a minor version of what others feel. Oh, I'm so different, guys. I'm a little emotional, but I'm not as emotional as other people. It kind of sucks because I'm not capable of feeling really strong joy like I did as a kid.
Oh, you poor victim. It's her birthday tomorrow, dude. And you giving that degrading meme for her gift submission is a dick move. You poor victim. Also, a young man, his name's Logan. There was a huge drama between him and her. And it was just really hard to watch. It was just so overdramatic and dumb, man.
Logan, stop.
Just stop it.
You have a really awful character.
Your lives are pretty funny, honestly.
You're disgusting. I'm constantly harassed.
You poor victim.
That's not my fault. It's very childish to assume it's me.
Logan, you know my vulnerabilities.
I forgot to add this, but the controversy was over Logan being accused of sending the Joji fan pages I talked about earlier to spam Gina. There's little to no evidence to back up this statement. Gina was just trying to find someone to blame. You poor... Now there's this thing that YouTubers that think they are ahead of the curve like to do. It's something I like to call super woke. It's not where you think you're woke, it's quite the opposite, but dialed up to 11,000. She has a lot of this in her videos. And I'm not talking about the comedy. The comedy is fine. She's doing the best she can at that.
Bro, he just took a steaming shit on your chest. You good, family?
Ayo, man. You know I don't let shit get to me.
It's not any messages, political or not either.
She was presumably sitting in an air-conditioned two-story suburban house on her $1,000 phone.
It's when someone covers their video with layers upon layers of self-awareness and irony to try and make it somehow cringe-proof. You can see Lotus likes to do this at the end of her videos, like a lot.
Some of us need a little bit more work than others. I'm not gonna say who, but yeah, some of us fucking bring down the class average by like 14%.
Yeah, guys, some people need a little bit more work than others. Some people. Like, you may find those people's videos cringy. Of course, I don't know why you would, and if I ever heard that you did, I would most certainly rant about you on Discord. But yeah, some people need a little bit more work than others. Wow, Gina, you are so relatable, but not because you're relatable, because you want to be above relatability, just like me. Hey guys, quit it. It's not working. It's making it cringy in of itself. You become the very thing you swear to destroy. Now, I'm not saying all self-awareness and irony are bad. If you use it in small portions and don't interrupt the flow of your video, it can be used to improve your video, in fact. There's not really a single video that Lotus has where she doesn't sit in front of the camera and systematically try to disable every single potentially cringy thing she's done in it. Fortunately, most of it is at the end of her videos, so I know I can stop watching when she starts talking. I guarantee that if she just made content and stopped trying to force in these little self-aware bits, her content would drastically improve.
Disclaimer, I don't want to be killed. Sorry for making a joke on a channel that is made for comedy.
Do I care? Would anyone actually think that you would want to die? To be honest, your fan base is probably that brainless.
To clarify, I think kind people working to repair an issue beyond themselves is cool. You donate money? Great. This video isn't for you.
She just goes on with the explaining and the explaining. Now, of course, I could just not care. However, she has done a lot of BS that I should care about, and this is what she does to make up for it. This one's not that big of a deal, but she made a video making fun of people that pretended to be Joker, and then proceeded to pretend to be Joker.
Through the magic of G Fuel and Monster Energy Drink, I'm ready right now to blow you all sky high.
Edgy.
Let's put you on Reddit.
Oh, but silly Oing man, you made a video doing the same thing. Yes, if Lotus proceeded to become Joker and then do all the things that she was complaining about them doing, that would have been funny. Unfortunately, what she actually did was just hops down some stairs, doing some dancing, and that was it. She just dressed up as Joker, and that was that. Instant content, apparently. This was a pretty annoying video to watch because when she started her Joker bit, I realized that the entire beginning was just her being super woke. She's just preparing you for the fact that she was going to make a Joker video. You know, people that are dancing and acting like Joker, it's getting old, I know. It's getting pretty cringy and all, yeah. However, I want to make a bit where I'm jumping off stairs. I know, I'll just make the first 5 minutes of my video just me explaining how stupid it is, so I'm justified when I do it.
I'm a gamer, and we live in a society.
I don't need special help. No matter how much you try to make something ironic, if you explain that that action is cringy no matter what, guess what? You're being cringy. Now, you don't have to be cringy. You could just not point it out and just make actual content. However, when you point out it's stupid, guess what? What you're doing at the last minute of your video is stupid.
Cringe.
Flail your arms around, people will take notice. They notice, all right. They notice you need a good old...
You can really see her food review skills here. Oh, please don't tell me you haven't learned yet. Loud equals funny. However, all this is not to say that she doesn't make any good points. I honestly think that she should take her own advice.
You provoke others, forcing them to retaliate, but you fail to see that they're just responding to your manipulative, abusive behavior.
Lotus made a simp video before me. Whatever, let's just check it out, and maybe she's righted all her wrongs. Maybe I don't have to make this video.
Maybe with your tummy, you're so warm.
Alright, like, this isn't that big of an issue, but modulating your voices for, like, if you're a demon or something, not if you're an older man. In the future, just make funny voices. It's not like you have one voice and you can't change it without a little bit of effort. I mean, to be honest, she's pretty monotone.
Oh yeah, poses, get your nose.
This made me want to die. This made me throw up in my mouth.
I made some food. I hope you like Japanese. Itadakimasu.
Okay, this is very interesting. We can see some evolution. As you can see, she is putting commentary into her food reviews and making commentary mukbangs. That's original.
Banzai!
Why do you think anyone wants to see you eating? Apparently, she had 3 failed attempts to film this video before she finally got it right, so I'm guessing she's stress eating.
My fan base isn't the most diverse in gender demographic. So you can imagine the comments I get every single day.
So I want to give her this. She does point out that some of her audience is simps. The problem is that when she actually encounters them and talks to them, at least on her Discord, she treats them with open arms. Now, I don't want to go too far into it because it's private, but they do stuff. It's their fault, sure, but it's also your fault for not demoting it.
There's just disturbing attachment some of them grow. How could someone possibly develop feelings for a person that they never met or have a real-life relationship with?
Good, you have admitted to your weird obsession with Joji. It's just the same thing. We don't want you to just admit it. We also want you to act on it.
You like face masks? 15 to 20 minutes.
Then she proceeds to put on her night chemicals while filming her video. Night chemicals. I need help.
Project Melody. She strips online for money like most cam girls, but there's one little catch. She doesn't fucking exist!
This is more of a weeb issue than a simp issue. They give money, of course, but it's not for the same reason.
If you or anyone you know is a simp, please link them this video. Not because I care, but because I'm losing views. My message to a simp is, you can't buy a woman's affection by putting them on a pedestal.
Okay, I'm gonna stop watching now because she's being super woke again. I think it's good that she's making fun of something that she's guilty of herself sometimes. It shows change. However, you also have to act on that in order to prove your change. I know you want attention, but draw the line.
Hi. We're your local
Filthy Frank clone channel.
Are you looking for a
funny and not forced video?
Fuck you.
A coherent plot?
Fuck you.
Just a bearable fucking character.
Fuck you.
In conclusion, everyone screws up. Some people screw up more than others. But how you deal with screwing up, and how you deal with people bringing up your screw up, defines how you grow as a character. This video isn't trying to shut down Lotus, it's more of a wake-up call to get her shit together. Because if she continues on this path, it's just going to become another channel that you remember in high school that hasn't uploaded in 2 years. Which was always talking about how big it was gonna be. So yeah, there's not much else to say. Ooh, you have a McDonald's head you have, I say.
Shall look